Good evening, and thank you for coming to our campus. I was wondering, from a leadership standpoint, what the greatest lesson that you've learned along this walk has been.
Leadership. Nothing good about leadership. When you walk in front. You have all the coal. You take all the coal and all the wind. And then when I'm sorry, you can speak up. And when I walk in front, I take all the wind and all the coal, right? And then when we go to eat, I'm the last person who go to eat to get food. But when those receiving the food, I'm the first person who go to receive the food for the man who wants to go take their food. And then I'll get the food last. And a lot of things, you have to sacrifice a lot of things. And you have to carry the whole team, not just the venerable monks. We are very easy because we have our own rules and regulations, and all monks all have the same rules and regulations. So we could live with each other very easily. But not just the venerable monks alone. We have the whole team of volunteers out there, right? And a lot of things to deal with. Constantly thinking and constantly have to find a way to resolve the problem, to solve the problem and things like that. A lot of things. And of course, I do have a lot of duties, so I don't sleep a lot too. And so being a leadership, you have to have a big responsibility. And you have to have a big sacrifice. I'm not talking about me, but that is this leadership standpoint. But for me, I just consider myself as just the one who leads the team. And of course, I have to protect everyone because I can't work with us. So I have to protect every single one who comes with us, who walks with us. And that's why I ask people not to walk with us. It's very dangerous out there if you don't know. When I walk in front, my head is all everywhere, especially the back, because I don't know what's going to be happening at the back. Just like Ajahn Mahadam, he walked at the back, the very back, that is why he got that. The very back, that is why he got that. And by the time when I realized and I have that thought, something's going to happen, I was about to stop. Just with that thought pop up, the truck hit right away. So when we encounter into that problem, to that incident, it's very difficult feelings, it's very hard feelings for a leader. And of course we have to learn how to manage our emotions and feelings. That is what we are capable of, the venerable monks, managing our emotions and feelings. I hope I answered your question. Okay, one last question.
With mental turmoil and inner conflict at the center of our lives, how can we use find solace and silence as a tool in order to combat these poisonous thoughts in times where they may seem overpowering?
Can you repeat that, please?
So, with mental turmoil and inner conflict being at the center of our lives at a time like now, how can we use finding solace and silence as a way to combat these overpowering thoughts?
Well, because our mind is constantly thinking and thinking and thinking, okay? And I always prefer this as a mindfulness technique. If we are not mindful with our thoughts, we are not mindful with our thinking, then we're just gonna be the victim of it. We cannot overcome anything. It's because we are not mindful, that's why all those thinkings are overcome and then overwhelmed. All those thinking are overwhelmed us. And we could not find a way out. If you are mindful enough, you see those thoughts, you see that thinking is popping up, and you know that thinking is not helpful, you know that it's not the present moment, you will stay with the present moment, which is right now and here, with your breath, or take a deep breath, then that overthinking is not going to take over you. It's because we let those thoughts rising and live with us. That is why we cannot move forward. Every day we are overwhelmed with thoughts. That I will always say, when our mind is free, nothing to do, we tend to pick up all the trash to chew it over and over. What are the trash? Trash of those old habits, bad habits, unhappy things, undesirable things. All those sufferings in our head, all those thoughts, all those past and the future, those I call trash. Because they are not helpful, they are not usable. And when we are free, when our mind is free, nothing to do, it will pick up all those trash to think it over and over. That is when you feel overwhelmed with thoughts. But if you are mindful enough to know when your mind is empty, when your mind is free, you should give your mind a job to do. Get a paper and a pen out. Today is going to be my peaceful day. Write that down and practice it. Or do the breathing. Instead of leaving your mind empty and nothing to do, it will pick up all the tasks. That is the nature of the mind. Many times, we always picking up the trash to chew. But all those good things that we have in life, it tends to forget. We don't want to think about it. Only think about the bad things, the suffering things, the sadness thing. Unfortunately, our mind is like that. Because we already built that habit for us. Now we need to change ourselves. Whenever bad thing can pop up, see it right away in romance by itself. Just one thought. You could lead yourself to become a better person. With one thought, you could lead yourself to commit suicide, to kill yourself and to kill many other beings. Depends on wholesome or unwholesome. So our mind is very dangerous, that I said. If we are not clever by withholding the knife, we could slice our fingers and our skin off. Right? The knife is very sharp. But this knife is super sharp. With just wrong view and wrong thinking, we could damage everything. With right view and right thinking, you could help a lot of people in here. So be clever on controlling, managing all those feelings. That is the way to overcome all those overthinkings. Don't let those to take over yourself. Okay? Alright, I think that's enough for us tonight. And I wish you all be well, be happy, be peaceful. And please take my advice. Practice mindfulness so that we can find happiness and peace to ourselves, for ourselves. And when you go home or when you walk back to your home, please be mindful. And each and every step counts. Thank you very much. Before we leave, we will give you the blessing string, the peace bracelet, so that every time when you look at it, it reminds you that you need to be mindful. And thank you. Do we have the message?